Always ensure to review that this number matches this number. And also always update this section right here. It should actually be in red, so I'll modify that in our template. Why? Because the deposit depends on the cost of the project. It could be 25%, it could be 10%, it could be 50%, it all depends. It's never more than 50%, that's one thing. In this one, I'm gonna ask for a deposit of $1,500. Half of it is great. That covers us measuring, and then when we do our design options, we always ask for a progress payment. So after we do our schematic design and they pick an option, before they even pick an option, when we present the schematic design, we do a progress payment. What is that progress payment? Half of whatever is left. So if it is $1,500, that will be a $750 progress payment. And we want to issue an invoice right there and then. They're going to have it ready and they're going to see it. You know, it's great. They're always happy to pay at that time because they're seeing something. It's kind of the first time, actually the second time, because they're going to see the existing conditions. But the second time that they see something, and they're going to be excited. So they're happy to pay. Get them right there. Get them to pay right away. It's going to be great. Then the terms and conditions, they don't need to be edited. Just make sure this thing is always at the top. Review that all of these things are clean and beautiful. Right after your partner or principal, the principal in charge of the project or the project architect reviews these, you take out the draft language off of this. You take it right out, and then you can send to the customer. So things that I do, well, I'm gonna now make this thing in blue. This is kind of part of the process of editing this to make it a real proposal. So this is gonna be black. This right here is going to be black. All of this stuff should be black. One thing I've noticed, clients like their names to be very big and bold. These are preferences I've put together. So I make sure their names are bold at all time. It just gives them a little bit of that sort of feeling of, oof, my name, right? And it goes back to psychology. I'm going to rant a little bit about psychology. Well, when you get a group photo, what's the first face you look for? Your own. Right? Why? I don't care about anybody else. I care about me. Right? People are selfish whether they think about it or not. What's the most important name in the world to you? Other than maybe your mom or your dad, it should be yours. Or your kids. It's actually yours. Your name is the most important thing. If you get somebody's name wrong, you're gonna get heat for it. Right away. I tell you, it's just inevitable. Their names are critical. So you know what? Go ahead and make their names bold. If they aren't, I'm going to make sure that that's updated on the template. But anywhere where their names is written, make them bold and big. They like it. It makes them feel good. It makes me feel good. It makes everybody feel good when their name is written, right? It's just great. I mean, when you tag somebody on Instagram, they like it. They repost it. They like that stuff. Names are very important. You know, one thing, going back to when I went, I go to restaurants, when I notice that server, when I say the name of the server, like, hey, Stacy, will you mind giving me a little bit of sauce? They are happy, they glow. Hey, server, blah, blah, blah. They don't even remember you. They're very happy. I personally was a waitress or a server, I was a waiter, right? I was involved in that. I've been in service, in customer service and things like that. Every time somebody remember my name, I treat them with a lot more respect and a lot more care than if they didn't remember my name. When I call the front desk to ask for an extension at a hotel, hey, listen, is this Robert? Yeah, Robert. Hey, Robert, listen, I'm sorry, man. You're gonna hate me for this, but I'm running late. Would you mind giving me a little bit more time so that I can prepare and leave on time for the room? They always give me more time than what I actually need. I don't even tell them how much time I need. They say, listen, I'm going to give you 3 more hours. It's okay. It's just an extended stay. You don't need to pay. No worries. Just because I remember their names. Make those names bold and always make sure the name is well spelled and written clearly. I go in and read it like I don't even know how to read. Edward Marte. And I go back into the text messages that I've gotten or the information that I've gotten from the customer and be like, let me make sure Edward Marte, I got it. Perfect. They're gonna love you for it. Trust me.